This is In the Dirt with ASOTU.
Ever been on a podcast, Jason?
No, I'm a rookie.
Yeah.
I got to start it that way.
We got rookies everywhere.
I like it.
Jason Monaghan. I don't know your official title with Newton.
Fireman. Fireman is my
professional firefighter. Professional firefighter. Says so many
Community
marketers.
advocate.
I know.
You
Marketing director, but wear a lot of hats for sure.
And tell us a little bit about your store group, et cetera.
So we're a group just outside Nashville. That's how I know Kyle. And so we have been growing, but trying to be strategic about how we grow. And so Nashville has been where everything started, and then we have kind of moved both north and south through Middle Tennessee. And I like, I've worked for a lot of different places. I was a designer and in the creative world.
I like
for
it
a
coming
long
from
time.
an actual design background.
And so the thing I appreciated most about what they do is just they are very targeted.
Precise.
Precise. That's the word I was looking for. Precise.
Did you have a good year? Last year was good?
It was a good year.
Okay, so really what we want to know is, from a marketing standpoint, why was it good?
Why was it good?
What made it good?
Well, I feel like a lot of things leading up to COVID, we were really ahead of the game as far as digital retailing went.
Why?
I saw the
What's
importance
ahead of the game mean?
It was established before COVID happened.
Selling online, merchandising properly.
Correct.
Are you a one-price store?
No.
Okay, so you're still negotiating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The coolest thing about Newton is the culture that they've created. If they are really reaching out with, they start with the employees. Mm-hmm. They take care of their employees. The employees take care of the people. And so the core values that Mike Abendanza has kind of established for our group of stores is something that is like, it runs through every aspect of the store from top to bottom.
So culture's killing it.
Absolutely.
So you had a good couple years. You feel like you were ahead of the curve because your digital marketing was in place when COVID hit. So you didn't have to figure out, what are we going to do? Right? You're like, oh, this is actually way more relevant now.
True.
And so now we're out of COVID. The world is somewhat normalizing. A lot of people are realizing they have to start getting back into aggressive marketing, right? Like paying attention to it. But what are you and your team? Like, what have you been doing the last 6 months, and what are you leaning into?
Oh, we're leaning heavy into video. And we're having fun with it. My Nissan South store, which is down kind of near Lynchburg, had a kid there that, was kind of a little awkward as a salesperson. But as soon as he gets on the other side of the camera, like it was like a flip, the switch was flipped, and like he's very dynamic. And he took some ownership of that, and so we kind of let him run with it. They have 80,000 followers now.
What do you mean they?
Well, like that store specifically.
So the store has 80,000 followers.
Correct.
On TikTok.
On TikTok,
right?
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Are you figuring out, because that's the one store south of Nashville. Is there any learning from that in order to take that to some of the other stores and the way that's being done, or is it so personality driven that it's hard to replicate?
It's been hard to replicate. The reality is, and the thing that we try and encourage the most is, guys, like, not only are we building a brand for the store, but you're building your own brand. Like, you're trying to sell cars, but you're building your own brand. And so what a lot of the guys fail to grasp is, like, if you're awkward, like, be awkward. It's okay to be awkward.
Lean in.
That's right. Lean in. Have fun with it. And the guys that do, we have a guy at my flagship store in Gallatin. His name's Derek. He's super dynamic and fun. And like every one of his videos is like, come see me. And every customer that comes in, it's not just like a picture. He has the customer say, come see DW. And he like leans in and like,
it's part of his shtick.
It is. But I mean, they know who he is. He can come see him.
But if you're awkward, then be awkward. I mean, like Napoleon Dynamite is very endearing.
It's true.
Right? Super
very
awkward.
True. That's right. That's right. And I have, like, there's a guy at one of my other stores who was a preacher.
Yeah.
And so I've tried to do some things with Drew, but like it's almost a little like hellfire and brimstone falling from the sky. But like, you know what? Like his customers love him.
Right.
And so, I mean,
That's the
they
cool
know
thing
Drew.
about like people like to buy things from people they trust, and usually the people they trust are the people that they understand.
Exactly
So
right.
someone that's like them is going to be just someone they understand.
Absolutely
right.
true.
Like if I know you're an Eagles fan, and you are,
I am an Eagles fan.
I'm buying a car from you, man.
Come on with it.
We can cry about last night's game,
it's-
and
I know.
I'll buy a card. And then we'll say "Go Birds." We'll write it right on the invoice because it can be used as a greeting.
That's right.
A salutation, a descriptor. Right. It's just
I'm in. Like
amazing.
the people that we were with at the restaurant last night, they said, "Do you guys want to just like do the Eagles chant?" And I went right into it. Like there's no stopping it.
Do
Let's
I?
go. Yes.
Yeah. You know, I think this is a unique thing that I think dealerships are starting to recognize is that their greatest unique selling proposition is not that they're one price or they have a DR tool on their website or they, have coffee in the greatest coffee in the showroom. It's actually much deeper than that. It's all the way down to their people. Like I think we've said this before is the unique selling proposition of the franchise retail industry is its people.
through and through.
Like, and if dealerships can match that as their energy, is like our unique selling proposition is our people, and not that just we have people, but that each of them are unique and have
great
micro communities and they're great people and they're in the community and they know people and they interact in a certain way, and that's like let's call it 50 at a store greatest marketers entering your community on a daily basis. And so when I see micro moments of this, I'm like, yes, that's what has staying power. That's what has long. And then you grow those people, and they have long careers, and they are excited and feel good. At that store, have you seen a culture shift since doing some of that type of activity with
without
video?
a doubt. Oh yeah, there's been a big change. His name is Dawson Kula, and he has his little lav mic, and he walks around, and it's basically interview style. He's like, "What do you think of this? What do you think of this?" It's kind of like
He's got
it's
it.
very it's
Man
very
after our
it's
own
very,
heart.
I know it's very guerrilla-esque. And the Music City Grand Prix was in Nashville, and he has a drift car, and it drew all these people to him. And by the end of the day, he was like, "I never thought I'd be so tired shooting video." He's like, "I am exhausted."
Yeah.
But it was just constant. Like,
Left
what do
it
you think
all
of this?
out there.
Oh, he did, and it was amazing. And the response that we got from it, it had
How much did that cost the dealership?
Oh, it had nothing, not one thing. Some time. That's what it cost.
A little bit of time.
That's
Send
right.
a guy maybe a ticket, right?
That's
a couple
right.
$100.
That's
And
right.
he did all the work, and at the end of the day, he thanked the dealership for the opportunity, right? Like it's just like the paradigm is so opposite, but it does involve. We had a lot of questions about this in our creative track, one of our creative track classes today. How do I get people to engage? How do I get my salespeople to make content? How do I get them to actually do something? And it sounds like what you're explaining is it's in the culture now to do that, like to make content. What had it always been like that from when you started, or how did you actually get that snowball rolling down the hill?
I think it was about letting them know that they can have fun. Stop trying to sell.
And how did that happen? Like for those watching, listening, no one's creating content at the store, and then somebody starts at Newton. Like, how does that actually happen?
Well, it really started years ago. I had this. It was a dumb idea, but it turned out to be fun.
All fun ideas start out as dumb
That's
ideas.
Right, that's right.
It's hard to tell the difference between a dumb idea and a fun idea most of the time.
That's right. That's right. And so like they saw that we could have some fun with making commercials. And we didn't put out there like the other car dealers, like they were trying to get somebody to come to a monster truck rally, like come see us now,
Yeah.
And so when we set that down, when we set that down, and we're able to really just kind of have fun with it and say like, they don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
They don't have to have the owner operator in every commercial with his kids and
walking down the line of cars.
That's right. And so when
gestures everywhere.
Yeah. And when there's no like,
We got red.
we have 0% right now. Like when that is all left out.
Hurry, you're gonna die.
That's right.
Buy this car now. It's over.
That's right. And so when
No
that
cars
sat
next
down
month.
and they saw that like, oh, it can be fun, I think it allowed them to relax a little bit and realize, okay, so we can have fun. And so like, it doesn't really snow in Nashville. I know that's hard.
I understand.
It's hard to believe for some people.
That's not. I mean, it snowed last year, and it was a thing.
It was.
It snowed like 2.5 inches, and the city shut down. For
That's right.
Still a thing.
If they just
all
say
perspective,
it might
man.
snow tomorrow, everything is shut down.
Well, one man's mountain is another man's molehill, and vice versa.
But they had a snowball fight. And that was kind of what started to kick. So they recorded it.
Nashville
and that was
snowball
kind of,
fight.
Yeah.
Let's
and
go.
I mean, there was snowball fight. Like there was 3 snowballs. It took like all of the cars to make 3 snowballs. But they recorded it, and it got a little bit of traction. And they're like, oh, well, what if we had some fun with this? And so they started doing things. And
Who led the pack there? Like, who was the one that said,
let's record a snowball fight? Yeah.
that was my idea.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have that one. That's okay.
Had a feeling
you
that
can
was
say
the
that.
case. Oh, yeah.
You can say that. Well, hey, look, Jason. We could go on and on because you've got some really creative stuff. We didn't even dip into the community stuff that you do. Maybe we'll get you on one of our other podcasts.
Sure.
But I know you're doing some really cool stuff. If you aren't following the Newton accounts and what they're doing down there, they've got some really fun stuff on TikTok and across.
What's
their
the account?
platforms.
Tell us the account.
I'm with Newton.
At
I'm with Newton.
Oh, at I'm with Newton.
Yep.
On TikTok. So
Okay.
you got to check that out.
Like,
It's
I know
a lot
you're
of
with
fun.
Newton.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
I'm with Newton.
Right now I'm with you, but I'm actually with him.
Yeah, but they do a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff outside of TikTok. So, but appreciate you coming on with us.
Oh,
and
thanks,
great
guys.
to have
I
the
appreciate it.
conversation.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.